do the damn thing, yeah. Do the damn thing, do the damn thing, yeah. Do the damn thing, do my damn thing. I'ma do my damn thing. I'ma do my damn thing.
This is a product of the week. It's the Black Women's Leggings, the OMG Classics. You guys can go on the omgbrand.com, hit the store, and do the damn thing.
Yeah, I really like these right here.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Cop a pair.
My sister actually has a pair of those, so yeah, they are really nice.
Oh, nice, nice. Go get you some. For sure. All right, guys. So today's topic, we're going to talk about what is something you would like to learn before you die. Who wants to take this one on first? Adrian, is it your turn?
I went first last time, but I will go first again if need be.
Only if you want to.
Try to not go on my usual tangent. I do have a couple of them, but I'm just going to narrow it down to two, I guess.
Okay.
Well, I mean, a couple is two. I had more than two, but I'm going to narrow it down to two. So the first one, I think me and Joe agree on this one, and we were talking about who's going to say it, but definitely learn another language, particularly Spanish.
Mm-hmm.
Just kidding.
Mm-hmm.
Just saying, because, you know,
Spanish?
Fellow Spanish speaker over here.
I'm not a teacher, though. But Spanish is what? It's the second most spoken language in the world, right?
Something like that.
Something like that. In the U.S., I know it is for sure. I don't know about around the world, though.
Yeah. So mainly for me, one, I think it's awesome. Anybody that can speak. I mean, if I can be a polyglot, that would be amazing.
What is that?
That's someone who speaks multiple languages.
More than two?
More than three.
More than
I
three?
think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think it's more than three.
Okay.
So that would be awesome. I don't know. You know, we were talking about this too. I was like, I don't know if I have that much life left. You never know. I guess you don't. You kind of just got to do it and hope for the best. But Spanish is definitely my number one on my list. I would like to be able to sign.
Sign language.
Sign language?
Which is not terrible to learn, but
That would be amazing.
Yeah. So to be able to sign. And then after that, I mean, because a lot of them kind of follow, you know, Spanish is, you know, Italian, French, they're all Latin languages. Right. So a lot of similarities. I don't know, but those two for sure, Spanish and sign would be two that I like to be able to do before I die. So I don't know if you want me to come back to me or do the other one right now.
Nice. If you want to go ahead and hop into your
Okay, my second one is I want to be able to learn how to invest in the stock market.
Okay.
So like to buy and sell stocks.
That's what my brother's doing right now.
/ real estate, both kind of. I mean, the funny thing is I got somebody that can turn me on the real estate. We have a real estate agent that he's amazing. George Hernandez, if you need to buy a house.
Shout out George.
Shout out George, he's amazing. Actually speaks Spanish too, funny enough. Anyway, but definitely stock market because, you know, they say the 3 keys to wealth here in the United States is what, like investing in the stock market, real estate, and I think entrepreneurship or something like that. The top 3 ways to make the most money in this country, probably around the world. But either way, I know stock market can be passive income. You don't have to do anything, right? You just, or you don't have to do much.
You don't have to do much.
Same thing with real estate. If you have it to where you're actually like renting out properties, which I don't know if I'd want to flip or rent out properties. Either one, I guess, or both. Because with flipping is like you don't have to deal with it after it's sold, it's not yours anymore. So that's a good thing about flipping but then it's like you have to deal with contractors for months and all that. So it has their pros and cons, but either way, language and real estate / investing. So that's my
stock
2.
market. And there's also real estate stocks. I'm not sure how those
I never heard of that.
Yeah, I think you invest in developing companies.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what my brother Elon had taught me about, because he's been doing this for like a couple years now, but he's like really trying to learn how to invest in stuff. He told me about investing in developing companies, like real estate stuff. So that's for sure a good investment right there alone. Okay. So that's a little tip for you right there.
All right, thanks.
Okay.
You want to
Appreciate
take that.
it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Handing out gems on and just do the damn thing podcast.
That's what we do. Just
do the damn thing.
All right. Well, who's next then? Trying to go on my tangent, you know. Keep it short and sweet.
We appreciate it. Not like that. But I'll go ahead and go next. That's fine.
For sure.
So one thing that I want to learn before I pass, it's the big question, is what is God?
That's a big question.
Yeah.
And how would you even learn that?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Exactly.
Like, how do
Let me know what class you signed up for that.
Exactly. Like, is it even possible to even
You need a time machine for that.
comprehend, like, how do you even like comprehend, like grasp your mind around like what is God or what is the source of life is what I want to know, like, because God is the source of life. So it's like, what is the source of life? What is God? Where did all of this come from? Like, what is life? We don't even know what life is. We don't know what physical matter is, right? We think it's something physical that you can touch, but you're really not touching it.
We're told it's atoms in science
Yeah,
class,
exactly.
right? Everything's made of atoms and matter and stuff
and
like
then
that.
the more you learn about quantum physics, you find out that those atoms are just vibrational energy.
Mm-hmm.
And they don't know what that energy is. They don't know what that energy is made of.
Mm-hmm.
They just know that it just
Or
exists.
where it comes from.
They don't know where it comes from. It what is it? Can't be created or destroyed.
Mm-hmm.
It's just always been there forever. It's the source of all life. That's all that matter is. It's atoms. It's vibrational energy. We don't know what it is. So that's what I would like to learn. But again, like, how does someone? Like, what's the answer to that? You know, like. People have been like contemplating, I would say this for like since the beginning of time, you know what I mean? For like thousands and since humans have been around or whatever. Yeah, so I know that I'll never truly find that answer. So like my whole purpose in life is to get as close to God as I can.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like as far as like
spiritual.
Yeah, spiritually, getting close to God, getting closer to the truth, so to speak. Little by little, trying to purify my heart, be more godly, be more godlike, more kind, caring, compassionate. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like that's all you can do as far as like trying to learn what God is just try to be like God.
Because even for me, like, I know most of the Bibles usually have around the same message, the same core morals.
You mean religious books? I wouldn't say most of the Bibles because there's only one.
Right.
Religious books. Religious books that are around there for different religions. They talk about a lot of the same moralities in certain areas. So like, thou shalt not kill, one of the all those kind of things.
Right.
If people would just follow those lines,
those simple guidelines, and it's simple stuff. Like I think it's in the Bible, isn't it? I'm not sure if you guys are familiar that it says the golden rule: treat others how you would like to be treated. You know, I feel like if everybody in the world was just to follow that simple law, the world would be a much better place.
Yeah, it's just like if you're a follower, if you're a Christian or follower of Christ, when he came, he said, love God as and love thy neighbor as thyself. So that's pretty much the same thing. And neighbor is not necessarily just a person; it's anybody that you neighbor in this world, period. Exactly. So everybody is your neighbor. So if you loved your neighbor like you loved yourself, which if you it begs another question. And I guess if you don't love yourself enough, suicide, but another story. But I'm saying, if we all had genuine love for ourselves and we treated each other as such, then it would be, like you said, same thing.
We would damn near have a perfect world at that point.
Yeah, exactly. We would, right? Like we wouldn't have crimes
or homelessness. Wars, we would see that and be like, man, what if that was me? I should do something about that.
Or that homeless person, whatever they're going through, they love themselves enough to try to get themselves out of it. You know what I mean? So that's what I always try to tell people is like, it all starts with yourself. Like the world doesn't change until you change yourself. So that's why I'm always constantly working on myself every single day, trying to improve and be more godly, get closer to God. And that's how you do it, is by getting closer to yourself, loving yourself, and you get closer to God that way. And if we all did that, the world would be a better place. Yeah. So,
and so my question for you with that is, what answer would you is there an answer you'd accept? Because where would the answer have to come from for you to be like, okay, that's the answer?
Exactly. Like, it had to come from God himself.
Pretty much.
You may go find that out. I don't know. You might be revealed in a dream or something. I'm not know.
Yeah, who knows, right? But I like to think philosophically like that God is like everywhere, giving us his message all the time. You just have to open your eyes to it.
I believe that.
Be willing to receive the messages that God is giving you every day.
Yeah, we were just talking about that the other day because we were saying and that's what religion is, right? It was like we watched the new Matrix, and just talking about like programming, like that's what religion is. And to set yourself up on all these little nitpick things that each religion or even like within Christianity, there's so many branches and they all have their own like rules and then that's why people are like, oh, well, it's like if you just, like Joe said, just follow the core of it, then all that other stuff would be,
it's not of much importance if you just follow the core of it, because like you said, they all pretty much say the same thing. You know what I mean? Be kind to yourself, be kind to others. The world will be a better place. So
I had this conversation yesterday with a person I call my mom. Because we were talking about different religions and how a lot of different religions, even though they say that type of thing where it says love thy neighbor and like the Bible,
right?
They end up a lot of different Christians, but we're humans, so we're going to do this. They end up bashing a different religion.
Or
even
happens all the time.
Exactly.
All the time.
Or to say, it's just very much to say you're evil because you follow whatever you follow instead of this, and then you follow whatever you follow but then the crazy thing is they all at the end of the day follow God of some sort.
Exactly.
And that's the common thread. So again, nitpicking. We're getting off subject, but saying that to say, like, I mean, because we teach the history of religion, like, in world history for 7th grade.
Right.
And that's what we were talking about, like Allah, like, it's just God. And for Muslims, and they actually don't have like a savior. Muhammad wasn't considered a savior. He was just considered the prophet.
Right?
He is not to be worshipped. And that's like the main message is you worship Allah alone. And that's it. That's why there's no pictures or anything. But anyway, to say that, it's like other religions are the same. Buddhism is about inner peace and inner self and centering yourself with, nature and being one with all that. So I don't know. Anyway, that's a deep question. I hope you find out.
To find that, to
share
find
it
that
over
answer.
here.
Yeah, I know. As soon as I find out, but So
I hope you get that close.
So God, if you're listening, which I know you are, come to me in my dreams and tell me the answer. No, just kidding. But like I said, I'm not worthy enough. I know, it's okay. No, but God gives us the message, the meaning of life every single day. We just have to be receptive to it. Open our eyes to receiving, what that is, what God is, what the meaning of life is,
and see through the BS. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying anybody's religious BS. I'm just saying see through the programming of it all, and just like you said.
Yep.
I mean, that's why I feel like those 2 commandments in Christianity are there, like love God and love thy neighbor as thyself, and that was it. He didn't make up new ones, and he wasn't like, it was just, that was it. That was the main 2. It's like everything else, it'd be easy to not kill. It'd be easy to not steal because you're doing the second one, like, and the first one. So the other ones you wouldn't even think about that because it wouldn't even be in your forte.
Exactly.
But Joe,
Amen.
So.
Amen.
Yes,
Joe,
sir.
you want to get into yours?
Yeah. So, like she said, one of mine is actually to learn different languages. Spanish is the key one, but I also want to learn Chinese.
Why
it's
Chinese?
Mandarin,
Why
right?
Chinese?
What's the difference?
Mandarin. I want to learn both Cantonese and Mandarin. They have it's like a different dialect.
Chinese is the culture, right?
Huh?
Chinese is actually the culture, and Cantonese and Mandarin are the languages.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
Exactly.
Actually, thank you for clarifying that because I never knew.
Yeah, those are just there's Cantonese and Mandarin, and there's a whole bunch of different dialects like Taiwanese, Sichuan, and a whole bunch of others.
Okay.
But the ones I want to learn is Mandarin and Cantonese. So like Bruce Lee, he knew Cantonese.
Okay.
Because that's a dialect of a language in Hong Kong and Guangdong, I think it's called. But the one that most of they're taught all the way around is Mandarin Chinese, which is more of a modern Chinese, I guess you would say. I'm not really too keen on the history of those 2 languages, but that's why I want to learn it.
Maybe it's like Spain, it's like Spanish in Spain versus Spanish in Mexico are different.
Well, yeah. Well, that's the
depends on the region.
Dialects. It depends on the region. Just like technically, Brazilians speak Portuguese, but it's derived like straight from there, where almost a lot of the words are the same. But yeah, so that's actually happens in China, but I just don't know the different things like that. And the reason why I want to learn it is the same reason why the person I used to follow learns it is because Bruce Lee is one of my idols.
Okay.
And then the second language would be, the third language, I guess you could say, is Japanese, because I watch a lot of anime. So people that know me obviously know I watch a whole lot of anime. I watched anime last night, so
So you can actually watch the Japanese version with no subtitles.
Yeah, well,
the real words, not the stuff that they put in there,
and know exactly what the actual translation is instead of just seeing what they see on the screen, like you just said. The subtitles are not exact to the definition, so I want to actually know the feeling behind the words and everything like that. So that would be amazing to learn Japanese. I know a few words here and there from Chinese and Japanese. Spanish is my ultimate one. I have Spanish speakers in my family, so I would love to do that. And then the ultimate one that I would love to learn is different instruments, because you guys know I'm a huge music buff. So guitar would be one, piano would be another. Those are two that I actually, piano I took lessons on. Guitar, someone else taught me how to do it.
But he didn't learn how to read music. He can play both.
No, I learned how to read music. I just never.
I thought it was the other way around.
Huh?
I thought you could play by ear, but you can't read it.
No, that's how. So when I very first started, I learned by ear, but then I actually took lessons to read music, but I still can't read that fast. So I can understand what's there, but it'll take me a while to play what's there.
I'm the other way around. When I learned an instrument, I learned how to read it first. Yeah, so I can read music really well. I just can't play it that well. Like I know what it says to do, but doing it is, putting the notes to the keys is a whole nother thing for me.
But all those different things, like drums too. I would love to learn how to play the drums. Guitar is my second favorite instrument. And that would only help me further in my music journey.
So then my question to you is, what's stopping you from learning an instrument now?
What's stopping me? Myself.
There it is, folks. Thank you for stopping by.
I'm like me and his. Yours is,
Yours is a totally different monster.
Yeah, I'm working on it every single day. I try to, at least, but
Which
but we got resources.
I'm doing the same thing with that specific thing, but for me, it's just like I'm still trying to learn how to manage time correctly. With life, with you have a wife and kid and you have these entrepreneurial goals that you want to have. Like I need the discipline to be like, you know what, you are sitting there watching anime, go play the keys, or go learn it or whatever. So like, because you always have some time in the day. It's just like, but with all that going on, you get tired and you're just you get discouraged to want to do anything. But it's mind over matter, so I need to get over that.
You just got to plan out your day, whatever, find time. Because everybody has 30 minutes to an hour, you know what I mean, to do something like that, so. What was stopping you from learning the stock market?
Knowing where to go first. I guess I just never I have watched YouTube videos and stuff on it.
Yeah, there it is.
But everybody has different opinions and approaches. I honestly had signed up for a Les Schwab because they kind of do it for you. But I was like, but I want to learn how to do it myself. And I actually do have Robinhood on my phone, and Cash App. You can also do it. And so really myself, same thing Joe said. Spanish though, I was doing really well doing Duolingo, but you need a tutor, or someone actually.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Someone that actually practices with you and can correct you.
Right.
Like me and Joe could learn together, but if I say something wrong, he may not know I said it wrong because he doesn't speak fluently. And then it's a whole nother thing when someone, because one of the girls at Coupons, she's a Spanish tutor, and I asked her, but she's like, I guess those are in demand because she's actually a teacher. She teaches people, English language learners, English. So at the adult school, she does it in the daytime and at night, she says. So she's always busy. So I've been on the lookout. I actually put out fillers a while ago about anybody, I need a Spanish tutor, but then that's money. So I can sit there and learn and teach myself, but one is you don't practice, you lose it. You know what I mean? So if I have nobody 100%. To talk to and with that dialect all the time.
Talk to your students.
Yeah. they will, the good ones will and emphasize the good ones. If I mess up, they'll try to help me, or they'll say, this is how you say this. And a lot of them only know what they know because of hearing it.
Yeah.
But it's different when someone teaches you how to write, teaches you how to read. It's just like English. Like, like my daughter probably hears us talk all the time. But if I gave her a book, she's gonna be like, you know what I mean? Like,
exactly.
You know what I mean? Or if I said, write your name, you know what I mean? Like, that's what I mean. When I say learn, that's what I want to learn. Like, like I know English. Like, I want to learn Spanish like that, not just I can talk to someone, which would be nice. But
which is one of the main things that the person that made me want to learn a whole bunch of languages. One of the core things it always says is surround yourself in the culture and around people that speak it so they can correct you and just start talking.
Yeah, they say immerse yourself into it.
You made that comment saying you're not a teacher, but if I started speaking Spanish to you, you would say, hey, that wasn't the right thing to say.
Right.
So that's all we really need is somebody to be that, hey, am I saying this right?
So anybody watching this and are willing to help me learn, I might not pay you, but I got a stockpile of coupon stuff. I
got a lot of shampoos
and not a lot of laundry care, but I can get it. And so maybe we can exchange. Toothbrush for a lesson. I don't know, but no, really. To be honest, like it was funny that I had a feeling you were going to ask me that, and I'm like, what is stopping me? I had to think about it. I was like, let me get my question. It's like a student in class. I know she's going to ask me next, so let me go ahead and get my answer ready. But I guess nothing. I need to just start. If I really want to do it, I need to do it. And Joe said, it's about time and putting your time effort into it and making that. And that was one of the things I was going to say that I didn't. It was to be more consistent, to learn to be more consistent. That was something else I will learn. I think that's a lifelong journey.
Oh yeah, lifelong.
Because you have to pick your
figure it out.
Right? You pick your priorities, and those are the things you're either consistent or not. And maybe you're consistent for a little bit and you stop. I mean. Or whatever the case may be. We consistently sleep, eat, drink, and breathe, but everything else we might do, we might not.
So what it sounds like for you guys to learn Spanish, you guys got to start going to like Spanish shows,
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, actually.
They do actually have some app, I forgot what it's called, where you can like talk to people and they'll talk to you in their language. Like you could actually I know what is it called? I forgot. Babbel?
Babbel. Yeah.
So Babbel sounds like a really good app. I've heard a lot of good things about that.
Yeah. So that one is they'll connect you with somebody who speaks, who like they want to learn what language you know and you want to learn what language they know, and so they have you guys have a conversation. You're complete strangers, but that way that person can help you, you can help them, kind of thing. Nice. So I can help you with English as best I know, but Spanish I ain't got it.
The other way would be like some of the people that I watch that do languages. They go on this application called Omegle TV. Okay. And you can like change what you're like interested in. So if you're interested in speaking Spanish, it'll only match you with other people in the regions that speak Spanish. Okay. And nice. And then you'll start trying to speak to them or whatever.
Nice. Yeah. Okay.
So we don't have an answer for you about the source of God.
I don't have an answer for that either.
I don't even know where to. I wouldn't even tell you where to start, but I think you're on a good path. I would say already, and I say that too. Like my goal is just to be a good person, and it might be people are going to say, "Well, what about this and this and that?" And because I remember I learned a long time ago, prayer is not you have to get on your hands and knees and fold your hands together. Like it's a conversation, and that's what it's supposed to be. Mm-hmm. You talk and listen, and conversation means you listen sometimes. And you don't say anything,
that's
right?
Part of the conversation.
And so I learned that, and then I learned like none of this other stuff really matters. Like, and if it does, if I work my, if you work your behind off being a good person and do everything you can to be a good person, a good human to other people, if that's not enough, then maybe it's just not enough. And
it's not enough to them.
No, that's what I'm saying. I don't believe that the God that we serve would say, well, you were a good human and you did everything you could for your fellow man, but oh well. I mean, I'm sorry. Like, maybe I'm wrong, but again, my heart says that can't be, the case.
No,
and,
of course. So. And I think that's God putting it on your heart, telling you like, that's what it is.
Yeah, and I just, like you said, I think that should be our focus all the time. I always try to give more than I receive. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And Joe will tell you, I just got my Christmas money there. I was like, who can I buy a gift with this? And that's me. Like, I don't get things I like to get stuff for other people. I like to coupon, but that's to sell and give away. Like, so I just like being a good person to other people because I like to see people happy and to be.
And it makes you happy.
Yeah.
It makes you happy to make people happy.
So that's your God. What is God? There you go. God is love. That's what I say.
It is. Yep. All the time.
Yes,
it's not your answer, but you know.
It is, but it's not. You know? But cool. I think we're gonna wrap up this section. What do you guys think? What's something you would like to learn? Is it something that's philosophical as what I'm interested in? Or do you want to learn how to invest? Do you want to learn another language? Let us know. What's something you'd like to learn
in the comments,
before
please.
you pass? Drop the comments below. What are we going to do? We're going to go into
Today I Learned.
Today I learned. All right, guys. It's probably the best time of the day. Besides when the Cowboys play later on tonight. We're going to go ahead and learn you something today. Joe, go ahead and get us started with the first one.
All right, for sure. Today I learned Carrie, Stephen King's first novel that launched his career, was rescued from the trash can after his wife Tabitha removed the crumbled up pages, read them, and told her husband she wanted to know the rest of the story.
Wow.
Dang. So he literally crumbled it up, tossed it.
He's like, this is trash.
And she said, hold on.
He's like, wait a second, you got something right here. I want to know more.
That's Stephen King's wife. Saved his career.
That's one of his most famous movies. People show that every Halloween. I swear it's on TV. Carrie is.
Yeah.
Oh, I've never seen it. I don't even know what it is. What's it about?
About this girl who, if I remember correctly, I don't remember the whole story. I think she gets picked on or something, and then she dies, and then
she comes back and haunts everybody.
Yeah, at prom.
Oh, okay.
But you know, somebody correct me. That's a Stephen King fan in there in the comments.
Okay.
But something like that around that area. Something about. Oh yeah, Pat. If you're watching this, Patricia, she loves Stephen King. But yeah, I know it's something about some girl and she haunts prom. That's all I can really tell you. I think she was picked on and she got killed or something by a prank or something like that. And then she comes back and haunts the school that she got picked on at. Something like that.
That's an amazing story. Stephen King. I'll do this one. Today I learned Xiao Yuan once replaced 140 paintings in a museum with his own forgeries and sold 125 for $6 million.
Wow.
He later found out his own fakes were being sold and replaced with yet more copies.
Wow. That is karma for your behind.
Wait, hold on. I'm confused. He replaced 140 paintings in a museum. Oh, he forged his own.
Yeah.
And then sold those. And then those are being sold again.
Exactly.
Wow.
Karma is.
Well, but see, yeah, his $6 million. I don't think
he really got karma.
Yeah, I don't think he's tripping too bad.
They just got resold by
other people making more money.
Oh.
Well, yeah, because he already made his money, and other people making money off the.
That's
you know.
How do people know that? Like, did he just?
So what did he do with the 140 originals though?
And then is anybody gonna buy them? Because they're gonna be like, "What if this is?"
I know, like this is the fake one. It's like, no, I promise this is the original. Like, nah, buddy, I'm not falling for that one again.
Wow.
Dang.
Who discloses that?
Who is this dude? Do you might know who is Xiao Yuan?
I have no idea.
Well, let us know if you guys find
out. You guys know who this guy is. Adrian?
Today I learned that pinball was banned beginning in the early 1940s until 1976 in New York. What? New York Mayor Fiorello LaGuardia was responsible for the ban, believing that it robbed school children of their hard-earned nickels and dimes.
Cap.
I don't know. Maybe Cap.
For 36 years? How do you ban pinball for 36 years?
I don't know.
That's crazy.
That's crazy, though.
Well, where are you at right now with the video game? I'm just saying. And it robs them of their time to do their homework and all kind of other stuff.
No, now it's worse. Now they got to get Robux because they got to get upgrades. You know what I mean? You got to get in-app purchases.
I was like, V-Bucks or something. I don't know.
It's way worse now. You wish we had pinball right now, Mr. Fiorello LaGuardia.
I would rather lose some nickels right now than
Do they even have pinball machines anymore?
For real, where can you find a pinball machine nowadays?
I have to go to Camelot. And see.
Yeah, I was about to say that. Camelot.
Camelot Park has one?
Probably.
I don't know. That's the only place I know that has an arcade still.
Exactly. Or how about pinball on Windows? Remember that?
Pinball?
That was.
Yeah. You can download.
We didn't have no internet. It was stock on the Windows
computer.
You didn't have internet. You couldn't play no games, so you just played pinball.
I played Snake. Oh yeah, that was a good one. I remember pinball. It was actually a pretty good.
It was fun. You know, you get tired.
The graphics were pretty good for the fact that it was just like on your computer.
It was like Windows XP, and it was popping. Yeah. It was cool.
Mm.
What Who's it on you, Joe?
Today I learned that until 1913, children in the United States could legally be sent by mail.
I knew that.
What?
I actually taught the kids that because
I need more context. Why would you send a child via mail?
Just
Anywhere.
Box them up and...
cheaper than trying to figure out how to put them on the train to go visit their relatives and stuff.
This is wild. Like, would they keep them in the cargo with the rest of them? Or do you got like a children cargo and then you got your Amazon pay? It wasn't no Amazon.
People would send themselves places. Like, actually, I mean, on a darker note, escaped slaves would send themselves to, like, if they can get somebody to mail them, they'd mail themselves to a free state. They did that.
What?
Oh, wow. Mm-hmm. I did not know that.
Mm-hmm.
See, this is why I like history teachers.
Yeah. This is crazy, though. I'm still tripping out. Like, were they literally, like, boxed up? Like,
keep in mind that child labor was also legal around this time. So
that's true, too.
That might have some connection there.
This is wild. 25 cents.
And now
stamp.
we frown upon the Chinese doing child labor, even though we used to.
I know. Well, because we're more advanced people, Joe, than the Chinese. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, right.
Today I learned Home Alone was a Guinness World Record holder for 27 years. In its opening weekend, Home Alone topped the box office, making $17 million in 1,202 theaters. The movie maintained its #1 spot for a full 12 weeks. It became the highest grossing live action comedy ever domestically.
Dang.
For 12
Macaulay
weeks?
Culkin eating off that still to this day, I bet.
They show it every single year.
Every year, all the time. It
doesn't even have to be Christmas. They just show it.
You know, and I showed it to my students a couple years ago because I was like, I get tired of saying Christmas movies, and I show them Christmas movies around Christmas time. Because people start disappearing and going on vacations and stuff, so there's no point in teaching anything really. And I realized, like, it starts off pretty slow. Like, for that whole first,
Home Alone?
Yeah, the whole first, like, 30 minutes.
To, like, build up.
You're just like, I was, like, looking at it, I was like, the whole first day they watched it, I was like, nothing funny has happened.
But then the pranks happen, like, it's fun.
Yeah.
Great movie.
But I like the second one better, to be honest. Lost in New York is better to me.
So with this record, it was 17 mil for 12 weeks. No. In its opening weekend, made 17 mil and maintained the #1 spot for 12 weeks.
Dang.
Is that a lot? I feel like that's not. I feel like movies
maybe
do that nowadays.
Time,
like
but
nothing.
that was at that time though.
Right. Because it was like this was like in the 90s or whatever.
And just like with music, think about now. Back then, you had to actually go to the theater to watch it. Like same thing with music, right? You had to go buy the CD versus streaming. Yeah. So that probably was a lot. I mean, 17 million in that time period is, I'm sure.
Yeah, in the 90s.
Side note, you guys ever seen that whole, like, somebody did like a calculation of his dad, the guy's dad, Macaulay Culkin's dad, how much money he would have spent, like, sending everybody to France and paying for them to stay in the hotel and stuff, how much money he had to make a year.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
How much was it?
It was a lot. He said basically he had to be, like, work for the mob or something because it was crazy ridiculous. They were like, plane ticket to Paris, nonstop for 15 people was like 30 grand, and then the hotel stay in Paris for that many people for a week. There's another.
They were rich though, but they were loaded.
And then the house he had, they said the house he had been at least 5 million, 7 million. So they said he had to have made, like, I don't remember, it was some
ridiculous
6-7 figure number a year, like, to afford all that.
All just to neglect your child. So we know money don't make you a good parent. Jeez, on multiple occasions.
Man.
We got any more? Is that it? One more, Adrian?
Today I learned that if a shark eats something that it doesn't like, it can just push its stomach out of its mouth to what? To wash it.
Ew.
It can push its stomach out of its what?
Exactly. Only reason why I put that in there because it's kind of weird. It's kind of crazy.
I'm gonna look up a YouTube video on that later. I just want to see what that looks like.
Like what's his organ system look like? It looks like it's just like a tube, right? Like it's just all one straight shot. You know what I mean? Just push that stomach out and suck it back in.
It's like, that tastes like horrible.
That was disgusting.
I guess he don't got. That's his mouthwash. I guess.
Well, she's in water,
exactly.
So some salty mouthwash.
It's like a train wreck. I gotta look at it later just because.
You're gonna YouTube shark
push his
stomach out. I don't even want to watch that, to be real.
I do.
Luckily, I'm not squeamish, so that's gonna be fun to watch if I do watch that.
That's funny.
I think that's it. I think that's it.
That's it, guys. What did you learn? Did you enjoy any of those great trivial things that we just learned?
I can't get over the stomach.
I don't know if my IQ rises or lowers every time. Either way, I enjoy it.
I think Jesse would have been proud of me.
He would have pulled up the video of the shark pushing his stomach out.
He probably would have.
And the meme on the how much Macaulay Culkin's dad or Kevin's dad spent on that trip.
Man, I think we should do this part next. Do you agree?
Okay. Yeah, if you want.
All right. So you guys know that we had put a post out saying that we were going to do a raffle, a giveaway to somebody of our 100 subscribers because we just passed 100 subscribers a week ago on YouTube. So thank you to everybody who's been supporting us. So all the 100, I think there's 105 that are on there at this moment. You guys are in here right now in this little box. I'm about to shake up this.
Are we doing one or two winners? I forget.
We were just going to do one winner.
Okay, one winner overall. We got 105 subscribers. Live raffle right here. You seen it. Just Do the Damn Thing podcast. You're going to go home with a t-shirt, a face mask, and and some hygiene products.
Exactly. So let's see. I'm gonna have you do this. Just ruffle your fingers in there.
All right, guys. I'm just gonna go ahead and turn away. I'm not peeking. You tell me when to stop, Adrian. Tell me when to stop.
Tell me when to stop. Tell me when to stop.
All right. Tell me when to stop. What do we have here? Oh, am I holding two?
Yes, you are.
This two. Okay. Now I only got one. All right.
Who is it?
Jonathan Rockets.
My boy Johnny Rockets. Hell yeah.
Jonathan Rockets. Johnny Rockets.
Shout out to Johnny.
You can't see this, but
Rockets.
You won Johnny Rockets.
I think he's in Atlanta right now, so we're gonna have to ship him some.
Wait till he comes back.
Atlanta.
Yeah.
Or wait till he come back. Whatever.
Exactly. Hey, come back to Bakersfield for a little bit.
Oh, he lives there.
Yeah.
Oh, he lives in Atlanta?
Yeah, he lives out there.
Oh, okay.
I believe he moved with his girl to be closer to his daughter.
Let's not put the man's business out. But all right, we got you.
Yeah. Anyway.
Johnny Rockets, we appreciate you subscribing. You get the hook you up, man, with some Just Do the Damn Thing gear from the Open Mind group. Appreciate it. Appreciate everybody who subscribed, everybody that participated. We truly appreciate it. We wouldn't be doing this every week if it wasn't for you guys.
So 95 more, and we'll do another.
Okay, we do milestones every 100?
Until we get to 1,000, I say, and then, or maybe 500, and then we'll do every 250 or something like that.
Okay.
Trying to reach new heights,
Yeah,
All right. So we'll go ahead and get into the creative of the week. Joe, you want to introduce him?
Of course. So the creative of the week this week is our own hometown person that's actually usually here in Canudo Studios. I'm sad that he's not upstairs right now, but Mike Dilla.
Out of all days, I know.
No, all days he didn't show up. Mike Dilla, you are the creative of the week.
Yes, sir. Real cool dude, man.
Really
Shout out
cool.
Jay Dilla, man.
Yes,
Did I say Jay Dilla? Mike Dilla.
Jay Dilla's cool too, but
he's awesome. But no, Mike Dilla.
Jay Dilla is
Yes,
dead.
sir.
I think the song, I'm trying to remember what it was called, but I think it's called Emmett Till. Not positive on that, but he has a song out. I loved it. I hope you guys love it, and I hope the rest of y'all love it.
Yeah, and so I'm gonna hear this song for the first time, so I'm gonna give you some good, honest feedback.
Exactly, and then you guys give us feedback too. If you
let
think
us
he
know,
did the
did
damn
he
thing,
do the damn thing?
Put it in the comments. Go ahead,
All right,
man.
let's
Play
do
that.
it.
They say they coming for us. We coming for ya. Blood we drawing, tears are falling. It's a war right now. Too many bodies laying, kids misplacing. Mothers crying over babies. That's not on the television for ya. It's a war right now.
For many of you, the name Emmett Till may not sound familiar. But what happened to him in 1955 stunned the nation. Emmett Till was a young black boy who was murdered in Mississippi for whistling at a white woman.
My name is Emmett Till. I'm the kid that got murdered for whistling. I can't whistle that well. Talking to y'all's like a wish you well. See y'all burning my body with shit I can still smell. So y'all put a bullet in my head and throw my damn body in the Riverdale. I guess me and being the old man is a fail. My name is Emmett Till. Yeah.
On February 26, he left his father's fiance's house to buy Skittles and iced tea during the NBA All-Star Game, making his way along this path. And Crime Watch volunteer George Zimmerman spotted him, began to follow him.
Hey, Mom, I'll be back. I'm about to run to the store and grab some snacks before the game comes back. Yeah, I grab my pump so I won't have an attack. Not know when I'm walking, get shot in the back. You gotta be kidding me, Zimmerman, why you shooting me like? What part of the game is that as I lay flat? My eyes roll to the back. Please tell my parents that I love them, cause my name is Trayvon Martin.
Say they coming for us. We coming for ya. Blood we drawing, tears are falling. It's a war right now. Too many bodies laying, kids misplacing. Our mothers crying over babies. That's not on the television for ya. It's a war right now.
A 15-year-old boy found dead in a field. His family wants answers about what happened. The boy's body was found in that field near Laurelville on Monday, 3 days after he was reported missing.
My name is Juan Charles. I'm the kid that left the house and never ever returned home. I left the house with my white friend and his moms. I thought we was gonna play basketball. Only thing I remember, it was so cold. And then repeatedly hit me with a pole. I just wanna see my mom and go home. Now I'm dead in this ditch and I'm so alone.
I've been crying throughout the day. I wake up in the middle of the night crying. I'm missing my son. I'm missing his smile. I'm missing his little jokes.
Roxanne Nelson says she hasn't been told very much.
Say they coming for us. We coming for ya. Blood we drawing, tears are falling. It's a war right now. Too many bodies laying, kids misplacing. Our mothers crying over babies. That's not on the television for ya. It's a war right now.
Well, there you go, guys. That was Mike Dilla.
That was kind of graphic. I didn't see that coming.
Was it was really graphic.
I mean, it's better to be real. I mean, actually show it for what it is, which I appreciate. Exactly. I didn't expect that, though.
It gave me goosebumps when I first watched it, especially the last very part we just saw, which is the side by side of Emmett Till and the what was it, Charles or Quan?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, which is 55 to 2020, and they almost wow.
Yeah,
that gave me
goosebumps. I got goosebumps watching it too. I was like, oh man. But nice song though. Shout out Mike Dilla. Nice song. I liked it. I liked it.
Definitely liked it.
Mm-hmm. All right. Anything else?
It reminds me of Ice Cube so much.
His style.
His style.
Yeah. Ice Cube, big time, huh?
Yeah. The whole the rapping style, and every single time I hear him, that's how it sounds. But
his cadence.
Let us know if he did the damn thing in the comments. Let us know if you liked the song. Mm-hmm. I know I did. I know.
Yeah, I liked it.
Okay, both of y'all did. All right, great.
Mm-hmm.
So I think we're gonna wrap up. Yeah.
Yes. So shout out Johnny Rockets, the winner of the raffle. Shout out to you for tuning in.
Yes, sir.
So we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up. We'll be back next week. So until then, we're out. Peace.
Deuces.
Where we keep going cause the party don't stop. We turn up, doing our thing, just living our lives, and we don't stop. Open mind group so you know we won't flop. We on top, come to the party, you don't wanna